Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy! Welcome back to more Pokémon Platinum. Last time, we competed in a Pokémon contest! Last time in the way of story, we won ourselves the Icicle Badge at Snow Point City Gym. I kept missing the button there. And gained the ability to use Rock Climb outside of battle. This time, we're taking our new HM back to Lake Acuity, the North Lake, we'll go with that. And climbing up to the top of that cliffside to help out Barry against Team Galactic, if it's not too late already. Before we get going though, one thing that I want to talk about is that we could take our Rock Climb HM and get all kinds of items all around the world, and usually I do this as soon as we can, but we're going to be saving that for a little bit later, just because we've kind of delayed things long enough, and I think Barry could really use our help. We made him wait a long time before. Second, this snow in the twilight is so pretty. Even in a game that's kind of minimalistic in its visual style like this, it's pretty. It really is. I on purpose wanted to play in the evening in one of our last visits to Snow Point City. Wow, Reaper Cloth. This location for Rock Climb is the exact same as this one. The two are not separate. That's really weird. But point as I was saying, I wish more games would let you appreciate that. Just the way that snow looks in the twilight is so pretty. Seriously, why is it an uncommon environment? You're not getting away with this, Team Galactic! Oh? Are you finished already? Your Pokemon aren't bad, but you're laughably weak. You honestly thought you could save the Pokemon of the lake? And become the Pokemon champion? Dream on, little kid. But ew, it's so cold here. Let's go back to the Veilstone HQ. Oh, don't I know you? We met in Eterna City. Listen, Team Galactic is gonna do something huge for everyone's sake. That's why you should keep out of Team Galactic's way. Don't come whining about poor Pokemon and other trivial junk like that. Don't waste your time coming to our HQ in Veilstone. Now, if you'll excuse me, we had a full team of fully healed Pokemon. We didn't fight her because why? Yeah, that's right. I couldn't do anything against Team Galactic. Pokemon called Yuxi. It was suffering. I'm gonna get tougher. It's not about winning or losing. That's not good enough. I have to be stronger. It's not just about what I want to be the most powerful trainer ever. It takes honest effort and a determined heart. That's about as deep as Barry has ever been. Maybe Rowan was correct in sending Barry up to Lake Acuity. I mean, it kind of is the slowest area in the world. If there was any place that could teach him a little bit of patience, it would be this place. So here at the lake, we can surf around just like we could at Lake Verity. I think it's in this corner, yes. We have some grass around here. There's not any new encounters, but there is TM14 Blizzard. As always, you can find a powerful move in each of the lakes. And, Jupiter, I just gotta say, no battle against Jupiter whatsoever, even though we fought Mars and Saturn at those lakes. Again, Jupiter completely gets the shaft and is not really all that memorable in the slightest. I guess that's why she had to pack that Skuntank all the way back in Eterna, so she'd be memorable for at least something. But that's it. Yeah. Kind of a ripoff, if I have to say. I always thought it was weird that you don't fight Jupiter here, but you really don't. So, I guess now constitutes as later. Let's go around and see what our Rock Climb HM can get for us. And in case you didn't see just how great Snow Point City looks in the evening, because I pointed it out after we'd already left, and the effect is not as pronounced out at the lakefront, here it is again. I might be a little bit biased, sure. I've said before that I love playing this game in the evening just because it's that pretty, and I think it works that well for the game's visual style. But I have to be onto something in saying that this is a criminally underused aesthetic in video games. Seriously, just snow in the evening. It needs to be done more. It looks so nice. First location I want to show is Route 208. Not the Mount Coronet entrance, but rather just this place where you can rock climb straight into this trainer's line of sight. He is the Echo Man. Yahoo! I kind of would expect him to be like Yodlehu if he's on top of a mountain saying that he's the Echo Man, but oh well. There is an area inside of Mount Coronet where you can use rock climb, but we're going to be saving that for later. We don't want to go there yet. It's not going to be gone over in this video. I'm pretty sure you might know why, considering what I've said about other HMs up to this point. And I just realized Graveler was a very fitting choice for this guy. It's Cry Echoes. Kind of. And I chose very wisely having Bodhi out. Probopass. Nah, I'll keep Bodhi in. You can take advantage of that quad weakness together with your same type attack bonus combined with 100 power. And that Probopass's strong defense is history. Heck, it was never even history. It didn't even matter in the first place because it's never going to get to do anything because it's knocked out. Thank goodness you fainted when you did. I didn't know how I was going to keep that rolling. So we knocked that out, no problem at all. It's kind of sad this is our first battle in this video, not Jupiter. Oh, Yodley. A little bit too late to be doing that. You say, here's good advice from the Echo Man. If you're at a loss where you go... Something about using the town map. I don't think that's really helpful advice. Considering we've had that for how long and we were told how to use it all the way back when. Is there nothing up here at all? Oh, never mind, there is. It's just behind this rock. There I go thinking I wasted my time and didn't need to show this whatsoever, but no, I was remembering correctly. There is an item. It is a star piece. The Echo Man is rather shocked at my discovery and appalled at himself for not noticing that this was here. Just look at his face. Because we can never stop visiting the land of incredibly generic music, we have Pastoria City once again. This place is just crawling with locations to use your HMs in. As you remember, they were everywhere. The Hotel Grand Hotel, or whatever it was called. I think it was actually the Lake Grand Hotel. The Hotel Grand Hotel. Great remembrance of that area's name. As well as just this route out here. There were a lot of places that we could use rock climb. So we got our work cut out for us. Let's go over this way. Stop overshoot. Okay, I better not run into... I didn't even move one step yet. All I did was change the way I was facing. That's a new record. That is a new record. I have not had that happen yet where all I did was change direction. You know what, Shellos? You know what? You are going to have a very, very painful demise. Or rather painful entering of unconsciousness, if we're going by canon terms here. Thank you for going down. At least you benefited me in that you restored all of my beloved Bodhi's health. Thank you for doing at least that much. Didn't get Milotic a new level, but oh well. Stop overshooting. TM05 Roar forces your opponent in switching out in versus, forces a wild Pokemon into running away in everything else. Kinda useful, not anything I'm gonna be using on my team. And I just realized, that's kinda funny that TM is Roar considering what I just did. There was bound to be something hidden. Here's an HP up. Second, surfing over this way by the Hotel Grand Hotel. I think I'm just gonna call it that at this point because I might as well, why not? There is a downright maze of rock climb locations that you can, well, climb on. This better not be a dead end. Once again, I'm just hopeful that we have something here. A Sunstone! Can't really think of a practical use for that, considering we've had the ability to go underground and find those on our own for however long at this point, but maybe you're going out for a complete Pokedex. Maybe that'll be useful to you. Back in Route 213, I present to you the most inconvenient hotel room to ever stay in. I certainly hope they have Snowpoint City's gym badge, or they might have very well starved to death by this point. Let's go in and be their search and rescue operation. Coin toss is why we ended up in this musty old and stinky suite. So it also smells badly. The reservations were full up, but they managed to get us in here. We're finally alone, the two of us. If you'd leave, that is. Something we don't need anymore. Will you take it? You telling me to just take myself and go? We get the Poketch app Coin Toss. Coin Toss app can be used to make fair decisions. It's basically just RNG that allows you to toss a coin. Would be kind of nice if you could use this in, say, the Pokemon TCG or something like that, but I think Devices Clause prevents you from doing that just because RNG can always be manipulated. It's kind of nice, though. I remember making some really minor decisions in my life based on this Coin Toss app, and who knows, maybe without it I would have never gotten on the path that led me to making videos. I think that's maybe going a little bit, giving it a little too much credit, but hey, who knows, it could happen. Let's go down this way. I don't think I ever checked to see what was actually at the bottom of this area. Here's rock climb again. I wish that it was just like strength where you could just activate it once and then do it. Protein! That's one way to shut up all of my complaining. Okay, I made that encounter with that Shellos almost worth it. Climb up once again. Because we got a heck of a lot more stuff to find in this area. If we go over around here, I think it was. No, not down there. I think it's around back. Yes, it's kind of hard to see, actually. Against the fourth wall, you can see this and rock climb on that. And then go down over this way. Sorry if I just seem like I'm grasping at straws for things to say, but it is very slow, just like so many other things in Sinnoh. Then you can climb up again, once again, kind of hard to see. This is really clever, actually, really playing with the whole fourth wall once again. This one is, wow. I give you a lot of credit to notice that's even there, because it's kind of behind the building as well. You can't even see the indentation in the sidewalk. And then that culminates in 2 items, an iron, I'm gonna guess calcium. TM85 Dream Eater. Does damage and restores your HP if the enemy is asleep, otherwise does nothing. Doesn't really have a place on my team, I don't think. If I may cut back to my other Pokechap, I want to take time to mention what rich jerks these people are. There's a hidden item in their trash can. They have thrown something away. Any guesses as to what that might be? A Max Revive! Like a lowly peasant who can't buy Max Revives, I must dig them out of the garbage to feed to my Pokemon from people like you. Thanks for that. It might not be directly related to rock climbing or anything mega exciting like that, if you want to call rock climbing in this game exciting, but since we just got a new Pokechap, it reminded me that we were told to come back to the Pokech Company after obtaining 7 badges. Hi, your persistence is rewarded. Well, I guess that's true too. We get the Pokechap Move Tester. The Move Tester app is used to check how moves match up. Check the type matchup so you can make all of your attacks super effective. You'll become stronger than ever. If I can ever find the dang app, that is, and it would also be really nice if I could access these during battle. Not that, no, wait, I'm going through backwards. No, I want to go, okay, yeah, that's really where the up button goes down. Yes, found it. Basically, you select the type of the move, let's say fire right here, and we can see that it's 1 less exclamation mark, so that means that it is singularly resisted. If I were to say do that, it shows only 1 exclamation mark, which means that it is quad resisted. But if we were to say go for grass, and then, well, not grass again, but grass ice, for instance, yeah, we can see that it's quad weak. It's kind of nice if you don't know the type chart and all that, but you can access it during battle, so I'm not really sure how much use you'll get out of it. Not to mention, we live in an age where you could probably pull up a type chart on your phone and just save it as an image so you're not using data every time you go look it up. So it's not really all that helpful, still one nonetheless. And if we talk to him again, hi, I'm the president of the Pokech Company. Yep, all sorts of people will give you Pokechaps. Everyone gets super happy that way. Sounds like he is not gonna have another app for us for a long time, possibly forever. But there's still a lot of app spots that are blank. As you'll see, we have all of them up to, I think, 16. Yeah, and then it just skips up to 23. We're not anywhere near close in collecting all these things. We'll still be finding them all throughout the world, but for right now, I think we're doing pretty well. The next location on our checklist is on Route 210, aka the route that makes you teach Defog to one of your Pokemon and when you'd be so much better off if it just didn't require that. Not to mention, this is a really cool laid out route. I wouldn't resent it so much if it weren't for that one little detail. We can go all the way down here. No hidden items in this chasm? Really? Kind of looks like a place where they'd stick one just to be jerks, but okay. Oh man, it's night time. Try not to be shocked when you lay eyes on my Pokemon. Okay, buddy, if you are really required to do what I want to show. Whoa! Those were some amazing clothes changing skills. Can't talk right. I guess he just left me in so much shock and awe about where he got that cape from. If this were Diamond and Pearl, maybe I'd be a little bit impressed by the fact that you got a Gibble, considering you need at least strength to get that over in Wayward Cave, but this is Platinum. Gibble is old news. We can encounter those all the way back at 2 badges. What took you so long? Besides, it's not even a Gabite. But he made such quick work of that. Oh my, good golly and gosh. So now he's suddenly Southern. A dragon Pokemon's real power is nothing like mine. Glad to hear you admit that it's kind of weird that you haven't evolved your Pokemon yet. Ooh, there is an item down there. Oh, it's over this way. Shiny Stone, whoa! Can be used to evolve a Togetic into a Togekiss, and at least one other thing that's escaping me right now because I wasn't expecting to find it, Grandma Wilma's house. I had a surprising number of people asking me when we went through this route for the first time why I didn't talk about this. And it's just as simple as we couldn't until we had rock climb. I found it kind of odd that that was such a common comment. Some people were like, come on, Chugga, what are you doing? You should have talked about this, but no. Oh, they call me Grandma Wilma. I came here by myself from a town of dragon tamers. Foreshadowing, maybe? I can teach the strongest of all dragon-type moves to the tough Pokemon of Sinnoh. I'd like you to teach it, but none of my Pokemon are able to learn this move. If you bring her any dragon-type Pokemon at all, she is able to teach them Draco Meteor. This is a 140 power special dragon-type move that sharply lowers the user's special attack after using it. Wow! This fog is relentless. It's downright getting me back for what I said about it just a moment ago. It is a really good move. And this Zinc. Wow, another really good item. But as I was saying, Draco Meteor is unique in a bit of a different way, because it sure as heck is not unique in its effect. It's a reskin of Overheat. Draco Meteor was named by an entrant in a Japanese contest. There was a contest in, I believe, Koro to name what would be the most powerful dragon-type move in the game. And while Draco Meteor sounds like a really cool, really creative name to have win, its Japanese name was, get ready, Meteor Shower. Those other entries must have really sucked if that was the one they wound up going with. Jeez. But show you all of our best. These puns just hit me out of nowhere when I'm not expecting them. Birdkeeper Catherine, you bet I'm gonna show your battle if you have some kind of bad pun like that. Bodhi was probably not the smartest choice for this fight, but oh well, we'll just hammer right through it. Right, Bodhi? Right. You even got your quick claw off. Let's do it. Hammer that Noctowl. Noctowl's actually pretty bulky. It'll probably survive this without much trouble. Or, I guess with a relative amount of trouble. Putting up a Reflect. Can probably Mega Drain the rest of its health. I'm faster than it naturally. I know that I'm higher leveled, and I know that Noctowl's not the fastest bird Pokemon out there, but still. Oh, come on. Really? If it knocks me out now. Uh-oh. I might have just made a terrible mistake. Okay, good. No, I didn't. 13 health. Lucky 13. Thank goodness that was not a speed tie, otherwise that would have been even more humiliating that I didn't heal right there. And down you go. I really hope you have another good pun to follow up the one that you gave us just a moment ago. Level 44 on Bodhi. He's caught up to the rest of our team. What do you got? We did our best. That's what matters, right? Right, yes. Please have another pun. Where have you been all my life? On cold days, just being with my Noctowl keeps me warm. Aww. Even though birds are very susceptible to the cold, so I would not recommend having it out of its Pokeball at those times. Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't really know what I'm talking about. I just kind of think that with their low bone density and things like that, they'd be really susceptible to it, but I could always be wrong. It's not the first time I've been wrong about biology, Mr. Who called hamsters rats back in Pikmin 3. TM29 Psychic, a very important TM. That is the bog standard Psychic type move that you see run on just about everything out there. Has a chance of lowering the foe's special defense. All in all, a great move. That leaves us with only one more stop that we need to make for using Rock Climb each and every place that we can use it. Route 216! You know Route 217 sucks when I would rather go through Mount Coronet to get there, so let's do that. Using defog is beneath me! Running into that rock, however, is not. The next place we need to go is Route 216. Thankfully, not Route 217. And also, these snowy areas aren't half bad when they're in the dark. I kind of like them at night as well. I don't know what it is, but just the snowy effect, whatever it might be, they did a wonderful job on it. I've seen a lot of snowy effects like this that are just clearly overlays. Like I see them in Animal Crossing and everything, but I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But this one that's here in 4th generation Pokemon looks so nice. It just looks like it has some weight to it, I guess. And it looks like they're just drifting off in ways that make sense. Hey, lady, didn't mean to fight you at all. I was too busy admiring the snow. I think you understand that, right? No, you don't. I still gotta fight you. Ah, crap. Okay, even though I was a little bit annoyed at getting into that fight, we can finally see this guy who's doing donuts on his skis. I think when he's got that kind of talent, he at least deserves to be heard. I'm skiing right now, but okay, as we skiers say, spur thing! Is that a bad pun or just skier lingo I don't know from living in areas where it never snows? At least Milotic grew to level 32 against him, right? Come on, buddy, you gotta have something good to say. I've hit an ice patch. Again, not sure if that's a thing that really happens because I don't live anywhere where it snows. I enjoyed the battle. Let us meet again. Slalom. I at least know what a slalom is, so I'm 1 for 3 on that. Not bad for somebody who's always lived in deserts or tropical regions their whole life. Mental Herb. Snaps Pokemon out of infatuation. Kind of a niche item. Niche item. I can't see myself using that. HP up, which is more important, yet more important even still, is that go over this way and outrun this lady on skis. There is TM13 Ice Beam. We've been able to buy this in the game corner since we got to Veilstone City, making it not a finite TM, but it wasn't something that I personally bought just simply out of not needing it. Also, that select trick to make the inventory scroll faster doesn't work on the TM screen, so I'm gonna have to rotate the thing on the bottom of the screen. I can use this Ice Beam TM without going against my policies regarding TMs whatsoever, and I think teaching it to Milotic is just the ticket. Yeah, we'll replace a move. I like Charm, and by extension I like Captivate as well because it's the special equivalent of it. But you know what? I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Milotic's already got a lot of special defense as it is. I just don't foresee myself really needing that all that much. I'd rather have the extra type coverage. That's not the only item that is being guarded by this diabolical person that is just simply skiing around in circles defying all physics. There is also a Max Potion. And yes, I know that she can use those stick things. I am so sorry to all the people that live in snowy regions once again. But yeah, I know she can use those to go faster. With all that done, we were told to go to the Galactic HQ in Veilstone. So how about we head out that way? And besides, we got a score to settle. But with Team Galactic? No, of course not. That is not what I am referring to. We have a score to settle with this freaking evil item placement. We have needed Rock Climb to access this since we have had 3 badges. And now we are finally going to make the ascension. Become one with it and find out that it is a full incense. Lets you make Munchlax eggs if you have Snorlaxes. Good luck with that, by the way. Really, good luck with that, considering you know how great it is to obtain a Munchlax in 4th generation. So, we went to the Northern Lake, as I am dubbing it here. We met up with Barry. We disappointingly did not fight against Jupiter, and this whole thing turned into a great big item hunt, which we have now concluded. Next time on Pokemon Platinum, we take the fight to Team Galactic's headquarters. See you guys then.